Alright, so today we are going to be looking at respiration. Respiration is defined as a metabolic process wherein the living cell of an organism obtains energy in the form of ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. By taking in oxygen and liberating carbon dioxide from the oxidation of complex organic substances. Respiration is basically the metabolic process where living cell of an organism obtains energy by taking in oxygen and liberating it, that is by releasing carbon dioxide from the same oxidation of a complex organic substance. So it's just basically the process of breathing in oxygen and breathing out carbon dioxide. Now, types of respiration. We have the aerobic respiration and the anaerobic respiration. The aerobic respiration and the anaerobic respiration. Now, the aerobic respiration, it is a type of respiration that takes place in the presence of oxygen to produce energy. It is a type of respiration that takes place in the presence of oxygen to produce energy. That is, it is always happening wherever there is a presence of oxygen in order to release energy. Now, the process can be explained with a chemical equation, that is glucose plus oxygen plus carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Glucose plus oxygen equals to carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Glucose plus oxygen will release carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. ATP is adenosine triphosphate, which is also energy. Now, anaerobic respiration. For anaerobic respiration, it is a type of cellular respiration that takes place in the absence of oxygen to produce energy. It is a type of cellular respiration. Remember, aerobic takes place in the presence of oxygen, but anaerobic takes place in the absence of oxygen. So it's a type of cellular respiration also that takes place in the absence of oxygen to produce energy. Now, it can also be represented by chemical equation. This is the chemical equation. Glucose equals alcohol. You can see there's no oxygen. This has oxygen, glucose plus oxygen, but this time it's only glucose. So glucose equals to alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. Alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. That is anaerobic. For aerobic, glucose plus oxygen, then carbon dioxide, water plus energy. But in anaerobic, it is not water, it is alcohol. Alright, so that is that for the two. So the next one, we have phases of respiration in organisms. This is the phases of respiration in organisms. We have three phases of respirations. Number one is glycolysis. This is the diagram which indicates the process of glycolysis. From glucose, when energy is added, it makes the glycolysis, then pyruvate. Then when it is pyruvated, it forms fermentations and oxidative decarbonylation. Fermentation leads to either lactic acid or ethanol, while the oxidative decarbonylation leads to Krebs cycle electron transport chain, which is up to 36% of energy. Okay, this is glycolysis. From glucose breaking down with energy to energy, it comes glycolysis, then it's pyruvate. It has pyruvate, then it separates into two: fermentation, oxidative decarbonylation, which this one leads to lactic acid or ethanol, while this one leads to Krebs cycle, electron transport chain, and up to 36% of ATP. Now let's look at the second one. We have the second one. Which is number 2, oxidative phosphorylation. This is the process in which ATP molecules are formed as a result of the transfer of electrons from NAD by a series of electron carriers. is the process in which ATP molecules are formed and transferred by a series of electron carriers, while citric acid cycle, which is also known as Krebs cycle, citric acid cycle, the other name for it is Krebs cycle. 2 ATP molecules are produced in each phase of the citric acid cycle, and it takes place within the mitochondrial matrix of a cell. The electrons generated in Krebs cycle move across the mitochondrial matrix. So this is the process of the next 2 phases of respiration. So those are the 3 phases. The first one is glycolysis, the second one is oxidative phosphorylation, and the third one is citric acid Krebs, which is also known as Krebs cycle.